Alrighty, good morning. We are starting off this space with a wonderful look at our aluminium ore train coming in, and it's not doing shit because the stack filter inserters have not been adjusted. Have to adjust the adjusters or the things. Good-o. Can we build extremely express stack filters? We need titanium for that crap. I thought we needed gold. No, it's just titanium. Okay, I would not mind getting express stack filter inserters at some point, because titanium is like it's potentially on the horizon. We don't need it for circuits, but it would be nice. And here we go. Look at all this stuff. Double blue belt going in, filling this guy up like nobody's business. Did we just create another train? I feel like we may have just created another train. Yeah. Because it set up one train and then it sent over there. I don't know why it would have, because it should take into account this train has... Maybe it only tracks when the train has arrived at the station and it doesn't track after it is fully unloaded, because it's like, alright, the train's reached the station, it's now unloading. Am I still missing a ton, including what's in the train? Yes. And because we haven't linked up these cables to these boxes, it's yeah, it's kind of doing that calculation, and from its point of view, a whole bunch of aluminium just disappeared into these boxes, but it's going into the boxes faster than it's going into this warehouse. So therefore, there's actually, in this total little system, aluminium is actually disappearing at a rate faster than it's reappearing, which means that we just dropped under the just over 16,000 threshold, which we had before. Of course, eventually this will come out to over 16,000, but the order has been made already and the train is off on its way. So, gold. I wish we had a better gold. 7.7 million out there. That's off by itself, but I will be damned if I will go out that far to get gold. And this one's nice, but it's close as well. You know what? I think we're just going to go for... I really don't want to. I really don't want to go for that one. But a 400k, I really feel like that's just bad. That's just bad. I'm like completely torn between these two options. I really, really am. It's just so bad. Maybe I should grab this little 128k and just sort of put a line out to it. We don't really have any gold that's closer, do we? Not in the slightest. Alright. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Dun, 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 dun. I know how this goes. We end up going for this one. Alright, so let's go for that one. And we will just deal with the copper ore. And hopefully it won't become a big problem. If we had circuit networks across the entire line, we could do something fancy, like saying, oh, shut this station down if this station has too much copper ore, so forth. But left-hand side. But I feel like we're not going to do that. I feel like we're just going to be fine with how we are. Or, that's what I remember. We were going to set up substations on the thing. Level 2 substations need aluminium ore. They need 24 by 24, this is 18 by 18. I feel like 18 by 18 is enough for now. We're not going to go into level 2s or level 3s of anything because they're just too nuts. Can we do this remotely? I'd love to remotely do this. Actually, what we really need to do is we really need to put the train down. That's the wrong direction. You know what? We are going to be daredevils. We are going to drive the wrong way down the train tracks. And... oh, this is bad. Well, this is bad. I just realized, because of the precise way we've done our trains, there is no U-turns and roundabouts and stuff like that. So we end up driving on the wrong side of the train line all the way through. I think that train just dropped off copper or alumina or something or other. And that is beautiful. So let's go all the way up here to the end of this line. And you know what? Let's just manually build substations. They need electronic plate, which we should have a ton of. We are starting to back up these guys again. Not a lot though. We're still using a decent amount. Where's that decent amount going? It's going off to the right. Science. It's got to be science. There's a decent amount there. This guy cannot be using a decent amount. He is running slow as crap. Yeah, the science, we're really running out of the science. Really using a lot of it. But it's all good for a good cause. And once we finish 14 and 15, that will be it for the science that we can do in the immediate future. So I'm happy to just let that go because I like to be in the position where I can just say, okay, we are done. I just realized my straight rail blueprint only has... What the hell? Okay, exit is a little bit off. We really need to make sure that these are kind of in the same realm all the time because... Let's build another one. It kind of doesn't matter that I've only got the light on one side because we're constantly overriding the power poles, and so usually it just works out. We don't need you there. Come on, lazy little bots. Lazy little bots. Yes, I've made my decision. I am sticking with it. We are going to be absolutely 100% going for yellow science very, very soon. There is absolutely no doubt that we are going to wait any second longer than we have to get yellow science because I've reached that point, that magical point where you're just like, I want it. Okay, I don't care how much it costs. I don't care how much it takes. I want it, and I'm not going to hack it because it's just, that would just be a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. So we are just going to build it, and it is going to be glorious and beautiful, and yes, it's going to be glorious, and it's going to be beautiful. So, light. You know what? I'm just putting 4 lights there. You are going to have 4 lights, so I don't have to ever worry about lights not being where I expect them to be, because they will just be everywhere. And I know that's going to suck up a very large amount of the lights, which I carry around with me, but I don't care. You are my new straight blueprint, once I do this properly. Boom, boom. Straight. Straight. Where's my S? My new straight blueprint. And you go in there. So now we got 2. This guy goes away. And you are my straight blueprint. And now we are beautiful. I have a feeling this guy is going to be another big sort of input, because we got a lot here. We got a lot. And we got oil there. We got oil and lithia water. I feel like we could make an entire base here just for inputting this stuff. And I feel like it would not be a bad idea. So, what are we going to do here? Stupid, lazy little bots. Come on, get some power out. Just get some power out. It's like they get the component and then they get halfway over to putting it down, and halfway over they get tired and they just come back to me and says, yeah, I'm kind of sleepy, so I don't think I'm going to do that after all. And I'm just like, oh my god. It's like the worst workers in the entire world. Just got signals, so that's good. So what I'm actually going to do here is, we don't have a whole lot of room, to be honest, which is going to make it interesting. Because I'd love to have a straight rail going up here, but I kind of feel like that might be a bad idea, because if we run a straight rail, it's going to hit the crude oil anyway, so that's kind of a bad idea. Alright. Okay, how are we going to do this? So if we grab a T, now, if we go just under this uranium, we got a straight shot. And that's not blocking anything, so that's good. Then we're going to have a straight line coming off here, and this is going to be a mega station, a mega ore station, for want of a better word. And we're going to have, I think we're going to have a waiting area. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a waiting area, or just one of these long bits, like the first thing with the copper and the alumina ore. Don't know why I keep saying that, but anyway. So, We got space here. Let's see. Can we do this? I think we can. So let's close that off and let's get a nice waiting area. Oh, we didn't grab that somehow. We didn't save that blueprint. That is not a good thing to be happening. Yes, there, down. Now it's saved. Okay. We're gonna alter and then rotate it. Do we want to rotate it? Or do we just want it to be over like this? I feel like this is kind of dodgy, but I feel like the other way is kind of dodgy as well. So, we're just going to do it like this. First things first. Turn, 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 turn. For every day there is a season. Is that how it goes? There we go. And that is beautiful. So we got a nice little waiting area, and then we're going to build a buttload of stations all over the place here, and they're going to be covering this, 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 and this, and we'll sort of underground this over here so it feeds into a station. And we'll have like, of these triple setups, we'll probably have like 3 or 4 in this area, all around here, and then we'll have a single exit line that goes down here again, and that'll be beautiful. I'm a little bit worried about fitting those trains in, but I am confident that we can pull something out of our ass and get it working. No, not power poles. Okay, I feel like it may be time for a garbage run again, because we got way too much of random crap. Alright, you need to go. I like electric engines, but we don't need them. Batteries are barely used. Nickel, no. Tin, no. Carbon, not really. Steel will keep. Or we can dump in better places, but I'm just going to dump it here for now. That, stone, get rid of half of it. Coal, get rid of half of it. Wood, get rid of most of it. Don't need that, don't need that. Don't need a modules lab. Modules are stupid. I got a few blueprints, that's right. We're not doing pipes anytime soon. And we got a few down there anyway. Stone brick, get rid of half of it. Don't need any of those. Got 1 stack of those, that's fine. We don't need reds. We don't need yellows. I feel like I'm pretty much at the point where I'm like blues everywhere. Unless I'm building down the end of the bus and I'm building complicated things which don't need the throughput. And then I might be saying, yeah, okay. Why do we have solder in our inventory? That seems like such a stupid idea. Alright. Stupid, lazy bots. Light them up, light them up, light them up, light them up. Okay. Go. No, this is the right way around because we got these ones here. So that is definitely the right way around. Now, it should be fine. We could have a train stuck there if all these are full, but that's the whole point of a waiting area, is it's to ensure that shit doesn't fill up. So if you have a waiting area that's full, you have done some extremely bad design decisions somewhere else in your base. And we got 10 here. 9. Oh, it's only 9. 9 is still enough. I feel like 9 is definitely still enough. I could do this myself, but I'm lazy. I'm just so lazy. We got uranium ore here as well. We're going to need to get sulfur down here as well. And I feel like uranium is one of those things we're going to have to do sooner rather than later, because we're pushing hard for yellow science, and we really, once we get yellow science, we research bots, and we are going to need a very decent amount of uranium in the system right now, because uranium takes time. It takes a very, very decent amount of time for the Kovacs to start processing and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like after we get this gold coming through, maybe we should switch straight over to uranium processing and get that going, because it's going to take a long time, and I feel like we probably should have done it before now, actually, getting a bit of uranium going, but we just haven't. And yes, that is definitely my fault. Of course it's my fault. It can't be anybody else's fault. I'd almost like to say that we need a station shooting off more than one type of resource, because we got zinc here, we got tin, we got iron, we got copper, we got trees. We're not going to be shipping trees. It's an interesting idea, but I don't know how to automatically mine those guys. So we almost need, and if we stretch this mega station across to this guy as well and to these guys, we got more than 9. I think we got like so many that we could be shipping across. But that's fine. I have a feeling there's going to be a T coming over here and stretching up there as well, because I don't want to go around completely, but yeah, who knows. We need to forward plan this thing. We absolutely need to forward plan this thing. Okay, so how fast? So we're going to go like this, and we're going to go further down like this, and then we're going to turn around, and we're going to go like this. And then we're going to have our first station here. So all of our stations are like half built, which is crazy. But anyway, that is fine. Go up, build it, job done. Get rid of the radar, get rid of that. Still got yellow belts everywhere, which is fine. We can't quite squeeze that in there, and I don't want to build on top of this. So we're going to have our first station be over here, and I don't know if we want to try and fit a station here. That's kind of hinky, very hinky. So we might just have to do long belts for everything to get over to our stations here, and maybe build more stations down there. But anyway, let's just start with this, and we're going to make a nice bit of space here so that we can get input belts on this line, because we made that mistake with alumina, not doing it properly, and we do not want to make that mistake again. Now what we could do actually is this has a exit belt below the entrance belt. So what we could do is we could have a station over here so this thing sort of splits off, goes over there, and then it has its own exit belt which sort of crosses under this one and goes over there. And that's how we can get a station over there for zinc and tin and perhaps iron and rutile and all that sort of stuff. So that's going to be awesome. We really need to stop copying things that are doing it wrong, because this needs to be using stack inserters or filter stack inserters. What are we at? 17-minute mark. We seem to be just doing less and less over time. We should be getting faster at doing this stuff, but I suppose we're still doing stuff. I keep underestimating how much we're actually doing because we're missing the combinator again. Let's just destroy that station. For some reason it thought I was trying to mine the actual light, which of course I wasn't, but maybe I need to be less worried about actually not hooking up the logistics for these guys, because yeah, it's fine. When it's a provider station, you do not have to worry about hooking up the logistics nice and early, because it's a provider station. So it is all good. Running out of power here. Power supply goes down to there, which then goes down to there, which then hooks it all up. And we need to get that guy working. Done. Beautiful. Upgrade. Done. Beautiful. And we're going to set the filters on these guys straight away. So this is going to be gold ore. Gold ore. Gold ore. Beautiful. And destruct all of that stuff, and just hand destruct it because my bots aren't doing anything. Okay, all right, starting to get a bit of a nose stuff going on, a bit of hay fever or something, I don't know. Gonna have to worry about that a little bit, but I don't think I should start sneezing, which is good, because if I started sneezing, this video would suck, and I would probably I like to think I would do the right thing and actually stop commentating if I started sneezing, but as I said many, many times, I love this game, and to be honest, my ability to stop playing is not as good as I would have thought, you know, in normal circumstances. You know, it's not that good. So this is only a 1 space gap. So we go 1, 2... And we need to re-signal this because we didn't do it properly, but that is fine. chain. We already got chain up there, so that's beautiful. Chain. And then you are going to be free here. And you need a chain up there. Where did my chain go for here? I could have sworn with the other setups. No, I just had a chain up there. Just one chain. Oh, that's the chain going in that direction. Whoops. No, wait. That's not what I wanted to do. So we've got a chain up there. So we need a chain on this side. So this is the side that goes downwards. So that's a chain. Why are you? Oh, because I put it on the wrong side. So put this guy on the wrong side. Chain, chain. And then chain. Excellent. I don't know why that's flashing red. It's got to indicate some sort of problem, but I'm not sure I really care. That's wrong. It's the wrong way. You are now going there. This light is still flashing. So what are we doing here? What do you want from me? Is that what you want from me? Why are you flashing? You're flashing and I don't know why. Oh, I think I know why. Because you need to be there. And you need to be there. Now it stopped flashing. Excellent. What are you doing? Bot. It's like he's not even a human. I'm just calling him bot. I suppose he is not really human, but that's fine. 16k, we can make the assumption that these guys are going to be all good. What are we going to do here? I feel like I need to set up a warehouse with a bunch of steel to take that copper as well. And we can make that a line, an actual station. Oh, there we go. Iron is dead. Iron is dead. We've been waiting for this moment for some time, and it has started to happen, and steel is dead. Steel is getting dead as well. Where's our iron input? It's still okay. We've finally drained everything. This box is completely drained of all 160,000 or however much was in there. And now belts are going to suffer. They're fully backed up now, but if we start using a ton of them, we are going to suffer. So that's just our smelting throughput though. We are only smelting 4 yellow lines and we're using up 4 blue lines. So yeah, the math doth not addeth up. So that's just something we're going to have to deal with. I'm not going to worry too much about this actually doing stuff. But what we are going to do is we're going to do this. And we're going to say you need to spit out copper ore into this guy. Copper and then gold and gold. And we've got our filters, and the filters are going to be for gold. Wonder if we could do this quicker, because right now it's taken us 2 episodes to set up a line. So 1 episode to set up the outpost and another one to set up the input. Well, the input's not too bad. That's quite a lot easier, but I suppose 1 episode to set up an output post for a new bit of ore is reasonable. I think that it's reasonable. So I think this is hopefully going to last us for a very, very, very long time. So I'd like to go faster, but at the same time, I'm happy with the speed that I'm currently going at. I think it's fine. Okay, you are going there. And you go back like that, and you grab that. And then you are the next one, and you go like that. No, that's not right. That's totally wrong. We need this to be right next to this one so they can use the same old belt. In which case that guy has to go there. If you drag the mouse across the screen while you are running, you can get it even further. Do we have 10 of these? I was planning on building these by hand, and I think we're kind of doing that. But we keep running out, because I only picked up a small amount of those electronic circuits, because there only were a small amount of them. But now there are more. So that is good. That is good. Start to get into the copper ore, which is fine. This guy needs to be there to grab all of that stuff. That guy grabs all of that. 2 gap. Needs to be there. 5 needs to be there. And that should grab this, because this is an ore right here. This is ore and this is ore, but this isn't. So that's fine. And then we need you to be going down like this and running across like this. Although we can make this a line and we can make this a line and we can do a single yellow splitter to send that all the way over there. And then it's all blue, baby. And we have got a lot of gold coming out here, which is excellent. So we'll move these decently out of the way, actually. We'll move these all the way up here, so that if we need something coming out later on, that we can sort of slip it underneath if we do need to. Because this is if you think about it in terms of these ores, this is like the highest one almost. Copper is a little bit higher, but this is sort of the highest. So what I'd really like to do is actually make that a little bit higher. There goes my night vision. Bloody bot's stealing all my energy. So let's make that a bit higher. Let's make that a bit higher. And let's make that a bit higher. About to run out of blue belts, which is all good. Although getting blue belts back is now going to be a bit of a chore for this assembly, because we do not have a lot of iron. How are we using up iron over here? Yeah, the science. Engines take a decent bit of it. These guys take a very decent bit of it. All of the drills and the assembly machines, this guy takes like 9 iron or something, and a bunch of... Yeah, so iron... We fixed iron a few episodes ago, but it feels like we didn't really fix it. Because really fixing it for the long term is going to be a big thing. It's going to be a very big thing. And you got to remember, stuff like the assembly machine ones and the mining drills, we will be using those forever. And the blue belts, we'll be using them forever, because I believe that ye old purple belts or green belts need blue and purple needs green. So we're going to be producing blue belts for the rest of our existence, assuming that we don't switch over to an absolute 100% bot base, which I don't think we are. I mean, I am saying that we are going to go for a big base, and I am going to stick with that, but I don't know if it's going to be mega base big. I don't think we're going to know if we run into the sort of UPS issues that we get from using bots, belts everywhere. Because, yeah, I mean, kind of joins there and then joins there, and then... And they're all running, and they are off, and we got so much gold ore coming out here. It is absolutely fantastic. The time just flies by, doesn't it? 28 minutes. That's actually a decent amount of copper ore coming in there. So we got gold coming out here, and then we got the copper coming out there. They might be holding up the gold from actually coming out, because that looks like that. Oh, that belt's not quite full. It's just decently full. These guys are actually held up, because that's just a yellow belt. And then over here, this is almost completely full, and these guys are held up anyway. So even if we increase this to a blue belt, it wouldn't matter. The belt wouldn't get any fuller, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alrighty, Mr. Guy, you need display to show how awesome you are. Dun, dun. I've had a chest on the requesting side, basically so I can show what I'm actually displaying. Here we've got a giant warehouse that has the gold in it, so I don't really care too much. Obviously, with the main base, I've got a giant chest as well, right next to it. Where am I going? Where's my train station? I've lost it. There we go. So we got a giant chest next to here. But this is just force of habit, because what will happen in the future is we will have a massive sort of storage, logistic storage chest array full of all these guys, and the bots will be pulling out into all of them. And then we'll need an array of these things with the little chest to say, we've got this much of this much of that, and they'll be hooked up to all the storage chests. So anyway, this station is good. It is doing good work. So now we need to finish off this rail bit. I hadn't actually realized we hadn't finished this off, but we haven't. Of course, we're out of rails. Out of rails. Where are our rails? So now, this is our exit line. We're going to stretch our exit line across a very decent amount of way. And then we're going to turn it around and throw it back here. And a little bit further. There we go. And we'll put some signals on here. Just going down the back way. Just for the sake of it. And we don't need this to go out any further at the moment, because that's fine. 15 is done. Now we've got everything we can currently do with our current level of science, which is awesome. Now if I could turn on like this, and it would start to research stuff that it can't actually research, but we'll just turn it off for now. So that is that done. And now we are at the end of our episode. Yeah. We could do a drive-by through this area, but I feel like we'll let the actual drive-by test happen when we're getting gold for the first time. So anyway, that has been this episode. We are completely awesome. We're going to have to expand this depot soon, get more trains in there, because 2 trains is not going to last all that long. We can pick up the train while we're inside it, which is awesome. And we're still using a decent amount of copper, but this station, of course, is always full. 275,000. So this is full, and then all of these chests are full. 9.6 times 12 is obviously 275, 200 minus 160. I am just a genius at maths, can't you tell? So anyway, that's it for this episode. We're going to offload gold in the next one, and then after that, we're really getting down to brass tacks for yellow science, because I'm not sure, but I think that's all we need. So, have a good one. I will see you guys later.